Checking in on action on the college hardwood tonight, the Hawks of QU winning against Lewis University on the road, 63-62. The Hawks now 9-5 in GLBC, winning their second game in a row. Meanwhile, in the Summit League, Western, tough break. They lose to Denver 74-44 on the road. That 5-game winning streak for Western, now history. Next trailed 41-22 at the halftime break. In women's action, Western Illinois losing to Denver 72-61. WIU's Mallory McDermott, 18 points in the setback in the GLBC. Lady Hawks of QU losing against Lewis 65-57. Beth Mattis-Martin, 16.3 rebounds. Sarah Nelson, 9 points and 4 rebounds in the setback. Earlier today at Quincy High, Jade Wiegmann signed on with Culver-Stockton's college trap shooting team. That was big news for her and her family, no doubt about it, with her proud parents, grandparents, friends, classmates, teammates, all looking on. Yeah, Wiegmann signed on with those Wildcats and will now join the ranks of their trap shooting squad that has existed for just one full season in Canton. Jade has been shooting and handling a shotgun since the age of 6, under the careful supervision of her dad, of course, who also serves as her head coach at QHS. Coach Wiegmann offered some details on his daughter Jade being recruited by several regional colleges before she decided to become a Wildcat.
You know, as good as she is, there were numerous colleges interested in her. She actually had 4 scholarship offers to compete at the collegiate level, you know, in this area in the Midwest. Lindenwood down in St. Charles, Drury, which is out of Springfield, Missouri, and then Missouri Valley out of Marshall, Missouri.
That was a proud moment for her family. We wish her all the very best on the next level. That's a wrap for sports. We'll be back.